Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Dwarf Fortress. You're watching the Nobleboulders Fortress, and when we left off last time, we were doing a little bit of arrangement of our workshops. We had just gotten our metal industry started, and also we were doing some exploratory mining, as well as setting up our bedroom area, which is down there. Looks like I failed to actually set a hotkey for my bedroom area, so I'm going to start this episode by doing that because it's going to be pretty important that I can get down here quickly. So we're going to go into hotkeys, which is Shift H, and look at that. I named it, but I didn't actually set the zoom on it. I thought I'd named it. Well, there. Now we have a shortcut key for our bedrooms. So in one of my recent videos, I believe it was actually back on episode 3, we had a comment that was posted by one of the viewers. And give me one moment, I'll pull up your name here. Let's see, I believe that was on episode 3. Let's see here. But that, one of these days I'll learn to get these names ahead of time. Oh, it must have been episode 4. Oh goodness. I know it's here somewhere. Anyway, the comment was pertaining to the manager system in the game. Here we go. It's IMBATV Moly. And we had a little chat about the in-game manager interface, which is done through Nobles. Now, the last time that I played Dwarf Fortress, the in-game manager system wasn't actually implemented yet. Or rather, it was there, but you couldn't issue constraints. And the constraints are really the feature that make it usable as a job manager, basically as a replacement for workflow. So in workflow, you create a job in a workshop, and then you basically just put a limit on when you want items to be created, and the limit is basically if the items fall below a certain amount, how much am I going to make to bring it up to a certain amount. So, for example, when we are creating our workflow jobs with a range of 5 to 10, what that means is anytime the number of items falls below 5, we're going to make new items until the number reaches 10. So you can do something similar with the manager system, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign one of our dwarfs to be our manager, and then we will jump right into it and just start going through and replacing our current jobs, our current workflow jobs with manager jobs. So one of the things that I did off camera here was I went through and assigned custom professions to all of our dwarves, just to give me a heads up on who's doing what. So these peasants here, I have 4 of them right now. They are currently assigned to not do anything except for hauling. So basically they're available for me to assign jobs to, and hauling is the only thing that they do, so they're always doing that. I want to keep roughly 30% of my dwarves hauling. I went a little overboard with assigning some of the jobs here, so right now I only have 4 of my 16. And realistically, 3 of my dwarves are kids, so I have 13 usable dwarves, basically. But either way, there are some jobs that don't really take a lot as far as time. So what I've done is every dwarf currently only has 1 job assigned. So when they're not doing their assigned job, they'll be working on the hauling, of which there will be a lot now that we're starting to dig out ores. So we've assigned Olin here as a manager. He does have a requirement, so we can view. Let's see, he needs a meager office. So we can go up to our level here that we had designated for office building, and well, look at that. So we got a little bit of a ugliness going on here. It appears that our miners, ambitious little buggers that they are, have dug out this little section of wall. And yes, I do see that I'm using the blocks there. I'm using them because they're lighter and they get hauled faster. So we're just going to block that off to make sure we keep his room nice and closed. We're gonna dig. We're gonna use our designation tool here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. So we're just going to dig out this hallway here, and we're going to give him an entrance in the middle of his room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Which will be right there. That'll give him a door in the middle. And then we're going to make this into an office for our dwarf. So we are going to need to actually increase the priority on that, though. So let's set that to priority 1. And then my miners will come and take care of that. So for an office, I'm just going to pull up the wiki really quick here. Or Fortress. I really should have that bookmarked. Just have it on screen when I start playing, because I end up looking so many things up. And I'm just going to look up the requirements for an office. Okay, so we need a chair. Well, I think we're going to give him a chair and a table for now. And once we have some guys that are able to do some, craft some statues, maybe we'll make him a couple statues and put them in here too. But for now, we're building a chair. And we'll put the chair right in the middle of the room. And then we'll give him a table, and the table will go right behind it, or right in front of it there. And then we are going to have to give him a door also, but that can happen in just a moment after that tile gets dug out. There come my dwarves. Okay, that's kind of funny. One of my dwarves got stuck in the office. It's fine, my miners are going to come dig him out here in just a moment. And they canceled one of the dig orders on the entrance there because they couldn't get to it. You can remedy that straight away. All right, so now we're gonna add build door right there. Firelight door, it's fine. And then we are going to wait until we have our chair here. Okay, there's our chair. Now we can turn this into a room or study, and then we need to assign it to our to Olin. There we go. And we're going to auto-allocate that to the manager. That's done. So now if we go into Nobles, we see that his requirement has been met. Real quick, we're going to pop open Dwarf Therapist here. We're going to find Olin, and we're going to assign him the custom profession name Manager. Okay. And commit that change. And now you can see he is up here. His name is, his profession is set as Manager. It'll make him a little easier to find in the future. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to our workshop level here. And we're going to go through all of our areas here and see what we are missing. I'm just having a quick look. Looks like we're missing some guys here. I may have set that particular thing to go a little too early there. Ooh, I also see that I've got the ore designation on this floor. That's not good. So we need to go ahead and undo that. So we're going to dig X. And we're going to remove the designations here. Because they're going to start digging through the walls, and we don't want that. Okay, now we're going to build wall Shift C, W for wall. We're going to build a wall right there out of marble. That's fine. And just make sure that we get this wall filled in here too. Looks like it's just the one spot that needs filled. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're going to go through all the workshops in here and check all of our workflow orders and make sure that they are all done in the manager system instead. Okay, so we want to basically we have to cancel the task. We can we can look at our we have 75 to 100 is our current restraint on preparing lavish meals. So we can turn off the repeat, we can cancel the task. Well, I guess we didn't actually need to cancel the task, but that's fine. And then we go into, not there, the manager list, which is, oh, set job order. No, that's not right. Let's see, building civilization reports, designation, set order, unit list, job lists. Is it job lists? Okay, yeah, so job lists, go to M for manager. There are no active work orders. Let's make a new work order. We want to prepare lavish meal. And we want prepare lavish meal to be set on perpetual. And then we can go to C to set the conditions. We want to add item condition. We want set frequency. Let's see. Actually, we can just leave it on 0. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, it just has left infinite out of infinite and not validated. So now we want to set one for drinks. Brew drink from plant. And again, we're going to set that to perpetual. Okay, so there's 2 of them set. Let's make sure we cancel the recurring order that's in our brewer's shop here. So it's currently suspended, so we can just, whoops, stop removal. Set that there. And let's make sure that this food stockpile is set to give to still. We also need to set the, oh, we don't have our barrels area dug out. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to do that. This is something that I meant to do a long time ago and apparently just never did it. So we want these 2 areas dug out. One of these is going to be for bags and one of them is to be for barrels. Barrels or pots. Okay, so that's fine there. Now, let's go over to these workshops here. We have our carpenter. He has barrels, cages, bins, and beds. So let's just create the jobs in the manager first. So that was JM. Now we want to add a new order. Let's say we want... actually, I'm not going to set the order to do barrels because I want to start doing rock pots instead. They use rocks instead of wood, obviously. And they... rock is definitely way more plentiful than wood. So I want to be using that instead. So let's do beds. Construct bed. Okay, how many beds do we want to construct? So the bigger question is, how many beds do we want to keep on hand? I think that we can pretty much construct them on demand. So what I can say is keep 1 on hand, and if there is less than 1 on hand, build 3. I think that's reasonable. Now, the thing about these things is these orders can get a little spammy, so you need to make sure that you don't set too many items of one type. Otherwise, you're going to lock down a shop until the entire order is completed. Okay, so we need to change a inequality condition. So we want... Okay, so if there is less than Oops. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay, I'm just figuring this out here. Okay, so... Okay. We're going to add... order condition? No, we don't want an order condition because that's going to be the... it is going to say once one order is done, check another order. That's kind of the some of the cool stuff you can do. Okay, it's n to change the number. Okay, so if there is at least one, and then the order condition is going to the change inequality type. If there is at most one bed, no. If there is greater than one bed, no. If there is less than one bed, then make more beds. That's what we want. Okay. Here we go. Now with bins, we're going to make a new one for bins. We want to construct wooden bins. So, construct a wooden bin. We do want to keep quite a bit more bins on hand because we're going to need them for a lot of different things. So what I want to do with that is set conditions. Just making sure. Let's see, we can delete the conditions on this. Restarts if completed, checked daily. So there's never going to be any completions on those infinite ones. So we're setting conditions on this. This is going to be restarts if completed, check monthly? No, monthly would be too long, I believe. So we'll have it check daily. We're going to add a condition. If the... Oh, where was it? Not traits. If the item condition, change number, is... let's see, so we want less than... If there's less than 5 bins, which we use Q. So yeah, if there's less than 5 bins, make 5 bins. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. So beds, bins. What else was here? Cages. Okay, so cages are those are for our traps. Definitely want those. So we're gonna go once again. J for jobs, N for manager. New work order. Wooden cage. Make wooden cage. Let's make 3 wooden cages. Add conditions, set it to restarts if completed, check daily, add an item condition if there is at there is less than. What we're going to do is if there's less than 5 cages, make 3 cages. Okay. Barrel, cage, bin, bed. Okay, one other one I want to make here is wheelbarrows. So let's go, once again, job, manager, make new job, wheelbarrow, wooden wheel barrel. We'll make 3. And what we're going to do with that one is we're going to set the condition. This one will do monthly. Might as well do them daily. If it gets too spammy, we can go in and disable some of these. So we're going to add a condition, and we're looking for if there is less than 1, we're going to make 3. I'm just going to real quick see where we're sitting on time right now. 20 minutes. Okay, we need to fly. All right, so there's all of our orders for our workshop, so we can... Actually, let's go into workflow and delete all of the constraints. I should have done that on the cooking jobs too. I might go back in there and do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Needs empty food storage item. Yeah, see, it's telling us that because it's currently set so that this is set to give to the still. And so that means that the still will only accept materials from the things that it says it's set, that it's going to give from. So we can actually delete that. I believe it is D. Yeah. So then if we go to the still, see, now we can add the task. So I'm going into workflow and I am deleting the restraint and then canceling the task. And then same thing here. I'm adding a task to prepare lavish meals. Setting our repeat, go into workflow, delete the task. Yes. And then cancel. Whoa. Always hit X to cancel, and X is the button to remove a building. Not terribly effective there. Okay. This wood furnace is set to make charcoal, always. And what we can do with this, actually, we don't need to set up a workflow job for that. Or a manager job for that, because it's just always going to be on. So it's one of those, yeah. Same thing with these bronze bars. It's just going to make bronze bars until there are no more bronze bars to build with. Okay, mechanic shop. Currently set to suspended because we have 21 of these. Okay, let's delete the constraint. And actually, I'm just going to leave that one on repeat also. Nice thing about mechanisms is we can sell them. So we can use them to get a little bit more. Okay, so the rock pots. Rock pots. Ooh. Rock pots. So rock pots are made at a craft dwarf workshop. But if I set them through manager, what's going to happen is they're not going to actually complete because this craft dwarf workshop is currently set to make rock crafts. So what I need to do then is actually, I think I need to build a second craft dwarf workshop like that. I can set it to enter from both directions, and then do a linked job so that the job is always created in this workshop. I'm not entirely sure how to do that offhand, so we might have to experiment to figure that one out. Tables, thrones, cabinets, and coffers. So once again, we're going to go into jobs. Whoop. Job, manager, new order for rock table. We'll do, okay, make 3. Anytime there's less than, whoop. Anytime there is, add item condition, less than 1. And then rock throne. It's again 3. These are all going to be the same constraints. And I just want to see, what did I set for constraints on here? 3 of less than 1. Okay, good. All right, so brain. Condition. Add condition less than 1. Okay, table, throne, rock door, 3, condition a Q, 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 and 1. We're going to make tables, thrones, and doors. Cabinets and coffers. Job, M. New order, rock. Coffer. Make 3. We're going to add an item condition if there is less than 1. And then we're doing one last one for cabinets. Rock cabinet. Construct rock cabinet. Construct 3. Conditions. Add condition Q and less than 1. Okay. I think that should be good for now, because I think that's all the repeating ones we have set up. So we just have to go back through here and kill all of our workflow restraints so that we don't get spamminess from workflow. So that one is stop removal. Dang it. Door, cabinet, coffer, table. So then we want to escape. Cancel, 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 cancel. Workflow. Delete. Yes. Escape. Workflow. There we go. Cancel. Workflow. Delete. Yes. Escape. Repeat. Cancel. Workflow. Delete. Yes. Escape. Turn off. Repeat. Cancel. Workflow. Delete. Yes. Escape. Turn off. Repeat. Cancel. Workflow. Repeat. Cancel. Repeat. Cancel. Okay, now our manager is going to be going around figuring out all of these jobs. Meanwhile, we have our miners digging out some of the space here. It's great. Okay. So that means that that area is going to be available now for putting in our bags and barrels piles. So let's just build some stock piles here. This is going to be, I believe these are finished goods. Is the type that they are, so we're just going to put in 2. Like so. We'll set this one to be just bags. So we're going to block all, and we just want okay, so it's not a finished good. Is it a furniture? Boxes and bags. Forbid, 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 forbid. So we're going to permit other materials, boxes, and bags. Okay. Good. And then the other one, we want just barrels. Which apparently is also furniture. Whoop. So we're going to disable finished goods. We're going to block all of these. We're going to permit type. We're going to forbid type, and then we're going to search for barrel. We're going to enable barrels. And then we're going to go down here to this one, and we're going to disable barrels. And also bags. Okay. So then my dwarves will start hauling those around. What is that? A bin. Why is he putting a bin there? I didn't ask for bins. I asked for just barrels. Needs empty bucket. Okay, let's go to our carpenter shop here. Make a bucket. Add wooden bucket. Okay, what's going on with these? Did I forget to turn off the workflow restraints? I did. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, dwarves are going to town. Now, in here we have hen, rooster. Okay, so that means we can lock that door. Okay. Masterpiece bucket, look at that. Okay, so another thing that I want to do down here is our ore pile is way too small. So what I'm going to do is dig out this whole area here and designate all of that as more space for the ore workshop. Okay, so our smelter canceled his job to make bronze because he ran out of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to smelt some galena. Galena can give us silver. It can also give us lead. Lead is basically useless. Silver is nice for making crafts with, so we're going to do some of that. All of the ores or all of the alloys in the game, you can make with either bars or ores. And so to that end, I think it's kind of pointless for us to just make the alloys. We might as well smelt the bars, and then if we decide we want ores out of them, or if we want alloys out of them, we can just make those alloys once the bars have been smelted. If you give me 1 second here, I'm going to grab a cough drop. Our game is saving because it is winter, so we're going to have a little bit of a pause here. And actually, you know what? We are at 33 minutes, so I'm going to call this an episode, and I'm going to continue after the game is done saving. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.